And while they were doing that, I felt myself just get out of bed. I felt great. And I got out of bed and put my feet over the side of the bed and I just walked away. And ended up, I was walking right through them. I didn't realize, but I was having an out of the body experience. And then I walked down the hallway of the hospital, and it was a very old hospital that had huge ceilings and very wide hallways. And I'm walking down the hallway, and I could see doctors and nurses pushing patients, and they would push them right through me. And I just thought, well, this is kind of fun. What's going on here? And as I go down the hallway, there was this huge, massive ball of people. There must have been maybe two, three, 400 of them. And they looked like pen and ink outlines. They were like black ink outlines all around their body, but the inside was kind of an off white color. So they looked almost cartoonish. They looked like people that didn't have bones because they were swirling in and out and among each other, and their arms would go around somebody else's head, and someone's leg would go over somebody's waist, and they would dip inside the ball, just swirling in and out and in and out and bending totally unnaturally. There's no way a human could actually bend like that. And their legs and their faces. And then as the face would stretch, their mouth would stretch bizarrely wide. They looked miserable, but I didn't feel like I wasn't afraid of them. I didn't fear them. I wasn't feeling any agony from them. They just kept swirling and swirling and swirling. And it was a perfect ball. I'm going to say that the hallway was probably 25 feet. It took up every bit of the hallway from the floor to the ceiling, from wall to wall, hundreds and hundreds of them swirling in and out, feet, legs, faces, shoulders, arms, constant motion. And again, the doctors and the nurses and the patients walking down the hall were walking right through them. They didn't see it at all. They didn't see the ball of people. They didn't see me. And I'm just standing there staring at them. I'm totally transfixed as to what this was. And pretty soon, this little girl comes up to me and she says, you want to play? Let's go play. I go, well, yeah, I'm a kid. Let's go do that. So we go outside, and there's this little playground, and there's other children there, but she and I stay next to each other. And there was this pole with these ropes, and we would play with it. I later learned, my mom told me when I described it to her, what on earth is this? I've never seen anything like it. And she called it a maypole. And you just kind of grab it and run around in a circle. But we had such a good time, this little girl. And she was dark complected. She had thick hair and was in a perfect braid down her back. And she was wearing like a little checkered pinafore, like from the 1950s, maybe 1940s. And we were playing and laughing and having the best time. And she says, well, you can play a little while longer, but you can't stay here. And I thought, well, why not? I'm having such a good time. And, the sun was out, but it was bright, but it didn't hurt. Other kids laughing and giggling and playing. It was a lovely outside, like a park with all kinds of toys. And the next thing I knew, I'm going backwards, like into my bed and into my body, and there's all these doctors doing stuff to me, and it was very painful. Whatever happened, they saved my life, and you know things were back to normal. I was in an oxygen tent. Back then, they would put plastic all over the bed and fill the whole bed up with oxygen. Today, they have little nasal prongs just to go in your nose. And we had this one nurse, because I had been to the hospital in and out for a good year at that time. And there's this one nurse that always took care of me and always liked her. And the little girl, I forgot to say, when we were out in the uh, when we were out playing, just before I came back to the body, she said, "My name's Penny. Tell my mom I love her." And then I went back to the body.